Hi, welcome back to A Better Choice Homestead. My name is Kelly, and on my channel, I focus on food, growing it, preparing it, and preserving it. I have a real passion for organic, quality, nourishing food, and that's kind of what I show on my channel. I've been doing YouTube videos now for just over 6 months, and I talk a lot about where I source my food. And one of the main places well, two main places. One is my local grocery store. I go to Wegmans, which is a family-owned chain here, started in the state of New York. They've branched out to some other local states. They're phenomenal. They have probably the biggest produce section I've ever seen in a grocery store. They carry a lot of organic food. They have really good prices, but they don't always carry everything that I am looking for. And so the second place that I go is Azure Standard, and I just had my monthly pickup. I've been a customer of Azure Standard now for coming up on 3 years. I think January, the beginning of January will be my 3-year mark. And I absolutely love them. They have an enormous selection of product. Most of it is you can find organic, and their prices really are phenomenal. So I didn't get a big haul right now. Honestly, I've spent the last 3 years bulking up on the stuff that I have in my long-term pantry. So every month I just get a little of what I need right now. And so I'm gonna just walk you through what I got, what I paid for it, and I cross-reference that to what I would pay if I was able to get it at my local Wegmans, or if they didn't have it, what I would pay getting it on Amazon or somewhere else. So first up is a 25-pound bag of carrots. These are organic, but they are also what's known as seconds. So they're not gonna be the prettiest carrots. In some cases, they're gonna be kind of short and stubby, maybe not full, but they are certainly good eating carrots, especially if you get them this time of year. I have purchased these like in February, March, April, and those have been stored for a while, so they're not the freshest. But right now, these are perfectly fine, absolutely delicious. I use these every week in my dog food. I freeze dry them for that purpose, and then also just to have on hand to use carrots when I'm cooking. I'm not a big fan of canned carrots, so freeze-dried carrots are a way to go for me. And this is a really good price for these. These were $26.75 for a 25-pound bag. At my local grocery store, I can get organic carrots for $1.49 a pound. If I take that out to 25 pounds, that's $37.25. So I'm saving $10.50 by buying them at Azure. Next up, I have some organic yams. These are beautiful. I was going to get the sweet potatoes, but on Azure's website, when you load something like yams, or in my case, sweet potatoes, it actually, they tell you a lot of information about the food, and they were very forthcoming in letting people know that their sweet potatoes right now are not the sweetest. So I went with organic yams instead. This is 20 pounds of yams. I also use sweet potatoes / yams in my dog food and also for my family. These are a powerhouse of nutrition. This 20-pound box was $47.95. So I can get organic yams locally for $7.49 for 3 pounds, which makes them $2.50 a pound. And if I take that out to 20 pounds, it would have cost me $49.93. So I saved $1.98 by buying these from Azure. And next up, I have my Santa Cruz lemon juice. I use this a lot in cooking. I use it a lot in canning. And this 8-pack cost me $36.22. If I buy it at Wegmans, same brand, it costs $4.49 each. So if I times that by 8, it comes out to $35.92. So this one I did pay 30 cents more on than if I had bought it locally. Next, I got some oat groats. These are organic, and they were $8.28 for a 5-pound bag. I don't usually use oat groats. I do have a lot of grains, but not whole grains in oat form. But I have a recipe I want to give a try to, so I bought a 5-pound bag. I cannot buy these locally either, but I did find them on Amazon. They were $4.50 a pound. This is a 5-pound bag, so it would have cost me $22.48 on Amazon. So by buying it from Azure, I saved $14.20. Next, I have my beloved organic virgin avocado oil, and this was $19.20 for a 32-ounce jar, or 2 pounds. And that they don't have locally. They do not have organic avocado oil, but the non-organic version was $11.99 for 8.5 ounces, or $1.41 an ounce times 32 ounces. I would have paid $45.13 for non-organic, and so therefore I saved $25.94 buying it from Azure. For the extra virgin cold pressed organic olive oil, again 32 ounces, this was $28.14. I can buy that locally for $17.99 for a 16.9 fluid ounce, or that works out to $1.06 per ounce. This is 32 ounces. So to get that many ounces locally, I would have paid $33.92. So I saved $5.78 buying it from Azure. Next up, I have some organic forbidden rice. This is a black rice. Again, I want to play around with the recipe for this. This was $5.68 for a 15-ounce bag. And I can get that at my local Wegmans for $5.49. So I did pay 19 cents more getting it at Azure. And then I have some tahini. So this is raw tahini butter. It is 100% sesame seeds, nothing else added. I wanted to give this brand a try. I've got 2 other brands currently that I'm working through, and I just wanted to give this one a try. So organic tahini locally for me cost $4.99 or 45 cents an ounce. So I did pay $5.29 more than what I currently pay when I buy it locally. But like I said, I wanted to give this brand a try. And then I did get some organic onions. And I have talked about the organic onions from Azure a lot. So these are amazing. These are just yellow organic onions. This is a 10-pound bag. They are the size of softballs, and they are lovely. I love their onions. And this 10-pound bag cost me $17.25. I can get organic onions here locally for $1.83 a pound. So if I get 10 pounds of that, that's going to be $18.30. So I save 35 cents buying those from Azure. And then lastly, this month, I got more e-cloth, 2 different kinds. So this is the washing up pad. And e-cloths, you just need water, and you don't even need to use chemicals or soaps or anything like that. I still do sometimes, but you don't need to. The microfibers in here, they pick up everything. And I got 2 different kinds. These are the kind I currently use at home. This is for like my kitchen counters and such, and this is what I use on my stove and on my dishes. So between the 2 of those, the e-cloth kitchen, this one I paid $7.26. I can get that locally for $7.99, so I saved 73 cents. And on the wash-up cloths, these are $4 each locally. I paid $3.58 each. I got 3, so I saved $1.25. I first started using things like these after a second breast cancer diagnosis. I had switched over to the Norwex cloth pads. So this is the Norwex brand here. This one is the glass cleaner, and this one is like the duster, and I have the pair of these on every level of my house. I have a 3-level house because who likes to have to run up and down stairs when you're cleaning one room? So I keep these on both levels of the house, and that way I don't have to use a lot of harsh chemicals. It doesn't have to get onto my skin. I don't have to be breathing it in. And these things clean beautifully. By the way, I have purchased a couple extra of these and I've cut them down because they're kind of big. And I've just cut them down into squares and I have them kind of stashed all over the place at my desk, in my bedroom, in my nightstand, on the couch, everywhere, because I use these to clean my glasses. My glasses get super dirty, especially with the dogs. They come up, they want to give you a kiss, and or my eyelashes just keep hitting against the glass and it gets hard to see. So I'm constantly having to clean my glasses, and this works beautifully for that. And even better, these you can just throw right into your washing machine. I usually go every couple of days. I'll just throw one in with some laundry and then it is ready for use again. Super, super easy. How to use: wet, wring, and wipe. Although effective with just water, you can also use it with some sort of a cleaning liquid, it says. They have microfibers. The pads have masses of them, and they are split on a microscopic level. They break up and remove grease, grime, and dirt. And this one has a 3-year promise. You can watch the kitchen dynamo, so this pad, up to 300 times at up to 90 degrees Celsius with regular washing, and this will last you for 3 years. That's a promise, it says. Excellent on sinks and taps and cooktops. Scrubbing stripes remove stubborn dirt and residue, and extra long fibers clean the hard to reach places. So these are really inexpensive. The Norwex towels that I have, they are more like, I think I paid, it's been a couple years since I've bought any. I think I paid like $40 for the pair of them. And again, I have 3 pairs, plus I bought just the purple glass one to cut up to use for my glasses. So those are expensive. So I'm really happy to see that there are some other options on the market these days. And these just go through the wash, super easy, and they come, I have one actually that just came out of the wash. So this one is currently being used in my sink. This has probably been washed 10 or 20 times so far. It's got a scrubby side on this side and a soft side back here. They work great. They work great. So minimal waste, using less and less like paper towels, and just easier on the environment. I highly recommend these. All right, so let's talk about total savings here. So adding everything up on the ones I saved money on, I saved $60.73. That's a lot of money. There were some items that I paid more on, and when you total those up, it was $5.78. So you take the difference of the two, and I saved $54.95. That's a lot of money. That's nothing to sneeze at. I did have to pay for shipping. So when you order from Azure, you do have to pay for shipping. It was $18.68 for what I bought this time. And so that reduced my total savings down to $36.27. Still a good amount of savings. And especially when you consider that with Azure, you place your order once a month. You go on their website, you pick what you want, you put it in your cart, you pay for your cart, or you push purchase, and then there's a cutoff day. So mine is typically on a Monday. I have to place my order once a month by that Monday. And then once the order is placed, then they start pulling your product and loading it up onto the truck that's going to go to your drop. They don't charge you until the product is actually on the truck, just in case they don't have it in stock. So once the truck is loaded, they charge your card, and then the next week your order comes. So I think it's totally convenient. I do not have to, run back and forth to the grocery store, spending money on gas. Time is a big thing for me. And our Azure drop is pretty well coordinated. So if you are new to Azure or you'd like to check it out, the first thing you would do is go on there and find a drop. So there's a place on their website where you just find a drop local to you. There's going to be these little pin drops all over a map. You choose the drop that you want to participate with, and then you place an order for that drop. And then when your order gets shipped, it goes to that location. It's coming in on a big rig truck. So on the day of the drop, everybody meets wherever that drop is. Mine happens to be in a church parking lot. And everybody helps unload the truck. So the driver gets to the back of the truck and he's handing things down to everybody who's lined up. And then if you have a really good drop coordinator like we do, she has our names written on the underside of some canning lids, and she lines those up along the side of the truck, and everybody just drops the packages against right next to the names along the side of the truck. And when the truck is fully empty, all of our products have been lifted off the truck, and then we can grab our stuff and go. And that whole process usually takes about 10 minutes. It is super quick. It is way faster than having to shop at the grocery store. So I would encourage you to look into Azure Standard. They have product I can't even get locally. The product is amazing. The prices are phenomenal. The quality is so good. They're a family-run business and they participate like a co-op. So they partner with all of these local farms to bring you amazing product. And if something isn't right with your product, if maybe you ordered a box of apricots. That happened to me once. I ordered a box of apricots and they came pretty moldy. Not a problem. You just give them a call and they actually just refund your money. You know, the food does sit on a truck for up to a week to get to you wherever you are, depending on where you are. So, and I'm all the way in New York, so that's a solid week on the road. But if there is a problem with anything, it's not a problem. Their customer service is absolutely amazing. Well, that is going to do it for me for this week. This is short and sweet, but I am very, very passionate about food, very passionate about organic and the nutrition of the things that we put into our body. So I wanted to share that with you. And if you have any questions about Azure Standard, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kelly. You're at A Better Choice Homestead, and I do hope you come back and visit again soon.